guys, today we are going to be taking a look at what I think are the best ability setups on the offense and the defensive side of the football. Also, by the way, this isn't really for no money spin or budget ballers. This is overall the best, but this weekend I will have a video strictly on being a budget baller, no money spent, what abilities I would recommend. But we're going to take a look at probably the most important position, and that's going to be quarterback. There are a couple different setups and it's really scheme dependent. Now, for me personally, I really don't think you need hot route master. I think set feet lead is 100 times better. I think it makes the game a lot easier with set feet lead. That is my personal opinion. So for me, I'm not really going to have a hot route master setup in this. Quarterback right here, the people that I think are the two best, either William Perry or also Andrew Luck. There are benefits to both, right? So first off right here, William Perry, when we take a look at him, right, he's a little bit faster than Andrew Luck. He also does get Gunslinger 0 AP, gets Truz or Escape Artist on top of that for 0 AP for the X factor. So for 10 plays, you could potentially not fumble. You could escape the pocket like crazy. I think William Perry, if you want to take advantage of that X factor, is better, but overall AP efficiency, I would actually say Andrew Luck is the best option. Now, the reason why I say that, right, they both have that traditional 4 release, same release as Lamar Jackson. And in my opinion, with that release, you do not need Gunslinger. So what's so great about Andrew Luck is in his player specific ability buckets, gets gift wrapped for 0 AP. So the combo of set feed lead and gift wrapped on him, only 4 AP, which I just think is phenomenal AP value. So that's why, in my opinion, for offense, we're going to be rocking Andrew Luck as the quarterback. But I have William Perry on here because, again, I think that like X Factor, Escape Artist, Truz is really, really nice. You could say him. I won't say you're wrong. All right, now for running back right here, we're gonna actually go over backups right here first. These could be starters for you, but again, this is overall. If you were to make the best abilities possible, this is what I recommend. So we're gonna go ahead and have Derrick Henry. Now, Derrick Henry, big thing on this card again, he's one of the best running backs in the game. You could say he's the best. He gets that angry runs for 0 AP on for 10 plays, which I think is crazy. On top of that, you could have potentially Barry Sanders with that 0 AP freight train, but we're gonna go with a big body right here. We're gonna go ahead and go Peyton Hillis. Again, these two guys right here, either red zone backs or early down yardage back. You could use them like that, and we're spending 0 AP on that, and I just think that is absolutely crazy. And actually, yeah, running back 1, we are going to just go ahead and have Barry Sanders. Also, the reason why Barry Sanders is here, we get to introduce another new ability right here, and it's really preference. Both are super great. One is really annoying, and one is just helps your pass game out a lot. So keep in mind, we right now have only 4 AP on Andrew Luck. What you can have on Barry Sanders is, again, that freight train X factor for 0 AP. So you have basically 30 plays right here with all your running backs with that on. Also, then you can now, with additional AP point, run either jukebox or RB apprentice. I think either or, those are the two best abilities in my opinion for a running back, and I think that is absolutely crazy. Right now in total, we're spending 5 out of our 7 AP on offense. Now for wide receiver, okay, I'm going to use this example as my wide receiver 3 because most of the time your slot receiver is your wide receiver 3. This is where we are introducing another ability right here, and the ability for me is going to be slot apprentice. You're going to want to get someone that gets it for 1 AP. For me, I think Tyreek Hill is one of the better receivers in the game, no Dolphins bias or anything. That's why we're having him here. So he's going to get that 1 AP slot apprentice ability. Also, it should be stated, we're going to have someone at wide receiver 4 right here. And again, this is just an example of someone. It doesn't exactly have to be a 1-to-1, right? Another thing you could do depending on your offense, someone like AJ Brown makes sense too. Some people, maybe you don't need an RB apprentice. Maybe you don't need what we're going to cover with tight end. You could have an outside apprentice as well. Look for outside apprentice for cards with 1 AP if you want like C routes, skinny posts. A lot of that is good in like trip style of sets. That sounds like something you're looking for. This could be the guy for you, AJ Brown. But like I said, for me personally, I'm rocking Tyreek Hill, slot apprentice. Now the other two receiver spots right here, we aren't going to have abilities on. So you could go like either best available, but also they do get some like potential X factors. Again, if you don't want to go all in with the running backs like we're talking about, you could rock Deion Sanders right here with that route tech X factor, and you could potentially get route tech on him. Not saying that's the best in the game or anything. I'm just saying you could potentially do it. Also at a wide receiver 3 spot right here, I actually think this ability is kind of crazy. We're going to have Jordan Addison right here. He can get that 3rd down threat, and 3rd down threat is actually really, really good. Not worth AP in my opinion, but again, you get it for 0 AP. And yeah, for me, I really like the receivers. It's just again, these aren't necessarily the best cards at every position. I'm going over AP value. So you potentially either like you could go all in on running backs, run 3 X factors right here, or you could rock 2 X factors on the receiver and potentially 1 running back. Maybe it's Derrick Henry as your backup. And I mean, it makes sense, right? Now the final pieces on offense, again, right here, this is something, if it's your choice what you want to do with your X factors, but you could also rock Rob Gronkowski right here with that Vanguard. If you're more of a runner, this is the ability for you. It gets some crazy blocks, crazy pancakes as well. So Rob Gronkowski, you could run Vanguard. It's honestly tough right now deciding all the X factors you want. That's why there are so many cards on this list for me. But at tight end 1 for me, this is going to round out our AP setup right here. It is going to go ahead and be Vernon Davis. And the reason why he's here, he gets that tight end apprentice ability for 1 AP. This is again something that does depend on your offense. So if your tight end doesn't have his hand in the dirt and he's like standing up like an actual receiver, you a lot of times would want a slot apprentice for 1 AP on your tight end, which some tight ends do get that. But for me in my offense, I want the tight end apprentice. So that's why we have him here. We got Andrew Luck with set feet leading gift wrap for 4 AP total. We got Barry Sanders, either RB apprentice, jukebox, and also that freight train X factor for 1 AP total. That is 5 out of 7. For our receivers, we have Tyreek Hill with that slot apprentice ability. That is 6 out of 7. And finally, we have Vernon Davis with that tight end apprentice, 7 out of 7 AP. Honestly, besides this, what else could change? You could rock an outside apprentice instead, say, of a running back apprentice or a tight end apprentice if you don't need it. Other than that, there's really only one other thing I would recommend, and that is using William Perry right here. It's going to be the roaming Deadeye offense. I ran it with William Perry. I will have that video linked at the end of this one. And if you want to go ahead and roll out with roaming Deadeye, use an under center offense, run set feet lead, gunslinger, roaming Deadeye, and gift wrap for all 7 of your AP. It is runnable. It is doable. You can make it happen. And it's actually a very good offense. But besides this, man, I really don't know what else I would recommend on offense. Now we're going to the defensive side of the ball. Now this is where it gets a little bit tough because there are a ton of setups. The things that I'm personally not recommending the most are like man KOs. I think the zone KOs are great. And honestly, for me, like pick artist is good, but I'm prioritizing getting a KO over pick artist. Now we're going to get it started right here at CB1. This is an outside corner spot. For me, we're going out of position. I think the 2 best outside corners aren't actually corners. The first one's going to be Isaiah Pacheco. So Isaiah Pacheco right here, we do have 9 AP on defense. Isaiah Pacheco gets that deep out zone KO ability for 2 AP. What is so great about that ability is you can now press thirds, you can press quarters, and they have the potential to play almost every single corner route in the game, meaning you can guard corner routes without using zone drops. There are corner routes, there are routes that do beat it, but it's actually a good base defense. So that's why I love Isaiah Pacheco so much. And at CB2 right here, again, I love this card out of position. We're going to go ahead and have Julius Peppers. So Julius Peppers, 94 speed, 88 acceleration, 95 zone, 95 press, gets lurk artist and also deep out zone KO for 3 AP total. You can potentially have Randy Moss right here. Now I'm going to cut out some of the video, but we are making another swap right here. And I'm going to go over the whole secondary real quick because I was trying to figure out a good way to spend 2 AP. And that led me going down a little bit of a rabbit hole and just trying to figure out what would be the best, what would I recommend, right? So we changed up a little bit. So Pacheco's still outside corner, run the same thing on him. Would recommend running that pick artist X factor as well. At CB2, we actually moved Bo Jackson right here. I'm going to be running deep out zone KO pick artist on him for 3 AP total. And again, we have pick artist on him. Now top safety, again, we're just running deep end zone KO on Jesse Bates. We now switch Julius Peppers to a top safety spot to run deep end zone KO on him. Now Randy Moss right now, we don't really have abilities on him. And I know I was talking about the 2 AP, right? We're going to figure it out. We're going to find a good way to spend 2 AP, but for Randy Moss right here, he gets lurk artist in that unstoppable deep zone KO X factor. I think that is really, really good in the slots. That's where we're playing him. We also added Jalen Ramsey because he gets medium route KO for 0 AP. And we added Deron Bland, again, another 0 AP player, gets 0 AP pick artist. We are approaching Madden 23 territory where we have so much stuff for 0 AP. And the linebackers are a little bit crazy. So we're going to have 2 left outside linebackers. First one we got is Harold Carmichael. He's a 0 AP lurk artist defender, 6'8", 93 speed, 90 acceleration, 90 man coverage, 90 zone coverage as well. I think he's one of the best pass coverage guys in the game. We're also going to be adding Josh Allen as well. I would say him and Harold Carmichael, 2 of the best in the game. Now Josh Allen with that 93 speed, 90 acceleration, again, 90 man coverage, 90 zone coverage. Finally, rounding out the AP right here, we're going to have Gronk because this Gronk is a beast right here with that 94 speed, 95 acceleration. He gets that lurk artist for 0, also gets an avalanche X factor for 0 as well. He is actually insane. Now, looking at things to spend 2 AP on, I honestly wouldn't be mad if you just ran mid zone on Gronk, or what you could do, I don't really recommend this, but like you could give the pass rush abilities a try. Micah Parsons, for instance, guess what? He gets edge threat for 1 AP, and I really wouldn't be mad at you as well if you ran Jalen Carter with 1 AP inside stuff. I really wouldn't be mad. Like this is a ton of abilities on the field. You could switch up maybe the deep ends for maybe a deep out or a deep zone KO with Darren Woodson. Honestly, man, defense is a preference. That's pretty much everything that I would recommend doing though. Again, try to get deep out zone KO on your outside guys, deep in up top, or if you can, like the deep zone KO Darren Woodson. Makes sense, right? Because because if we don't run the pass rushers, right, we could just go ahead, switch out Julius Peppers or Jesse Bates for Darren Woodson from the field pass, run that deep zone KO ability on him, which is deep out plus deep in, and that's the setup right there. And yeah, boys, this was pretty much every ability that I would recommend running, how I would use it. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, man. We have so many new abilities, man. It's crazy. I'm telling y'all, it's about to get even crazier because it's about to be Madden 23 2.0 with these abilities. Hope y'all did enjoy this video, man. Hopefully I was able to help you. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you guys do want to watch me play live, maybe use some of these setups live, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that noti bell on YouTube, or also check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. We've been grinding the streams on both YouTube and Twitch. Would love to see y'all in some streams, man. But if you guys do want another video to watch, I also just built a No Money Spent team. You should check it out.